Welcome to the shop. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, I got a new build on the way, but first I figured I'd stop and do a little bit of ranting and answer your questions and stop throwing this around. Answer your questions and put the tips up there, and I'll make sure to put my website up in the cards. All my fixed blades are gone, so there's only 3 folders up there, and they're limited edition because I got a new design coming, and in fact I just cut out 3 new blades for when the new handles come, but I'm already going on a rant. Yeah, check out my website. It's up there, and it's the first down in the cards. Amazon links are down there, all that stuff. Do me a favor, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell. Alright, let's get on to it. So, now, I've been doing YouTube for like 4 or 5 years now, maybe almost 5 to 6 years, but anyway, but one thing I noticed a lot of guys doing, a lot of guys passed me right by, left me, that's why I titled this Nice Guys Finish Last. So, as I was growing a bit, people would comment and getting more views and stuff like that. I noticed a lot of these guys that were up and coming, they would comment on my videos, and I like to watch a lot of knife making videos, so if I found your channel, I'd comment on your stuff. And people would always be good and nice and react and comment and leave me comments, and it'd be a back and forth. But then I noticed there's a lot of these guys, it's not just one guy, there's like 3 or 4 guys that I've noticed this, that as their channel got bigger and bigger, and they got bigger than mine and stuff like that, they would still answer my comments, but it was like a generic answer, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not an important person and I'm not offended by this, but my first thought is, man, as you get bigger, you're losing respect for the people that brought you there. Because, a lot of guys like to answer all the comments because it makes their channels get bigger and they get more views and YouTube promotes it more. But when you used to acknowledge me and you know who I am, but now you just kind of generically answer my comments, it's easy to tell the difference, if that makes sense. Now, I've been doing this 4 or 5 years, and there's a lot of big guys, like Green Beetle. Green Beetle, he might only say 2 or 3 word answers, but he always takes the time, to communicate. And that's just the way he is. And Simple Little Life's the same way. He always takes the time. Alex, Outdoor 55, all these guys that are, over 100,000 subs, they still take the time to try to answer people's, but you can tell it's a genuine answer. It's just not a generic, I need to fluff up my comments. We all know the game. If you do YouTube long enough, you know the games. You got to do this and that to make, the algorithm trip and people get more stuff. But yeah, still show people respect. That's one thing my parents taught me since I was a little kid. You never know who you're going to offend, or, be good to everyone. Treat everyone the same. Just because you think someone's better than you doesn't mean you treat them any different than someone you think is below you. Which, that in itself is crap, We're all the same people. But that's a whole different rant. Give people respect. And, I'll be honest. If I comment on your video and you're a lot bigger than me now, don't give me a generic answer. Don't answer me at all. I'd rather have you not answer me than just blow me off as someone you didn't know when 6 months ago you were all up my ass. I hate to say it like that, but it's true, and I see a lot of guys doing it. I know my reason for me not growing is because I'm stubborn and I don't play the games and chip all the things and do all that stuff. I just enjoy making the videos. This isn't the rant like the Real Talk video. I'm not upset. It's just a little life check. That's what it is. On your way up, don't tread on people and burn bridges. I know it's a cliche and all that, but man, it's so true. You never know who's going to be the best friend to someone that's going to be like, oh man, that dude got too big for his britches, now he ain't worth it. If you go up fast, you can come down just faster. Even faster, I can't speak. Alright, let's get to your questions and tips. Enough of me ranting. Just, man, if you start making progress and doing good, don't step on the people that helped you, or don't step on anyone. We're all in this. Because one day there's people you look down on, they're going to be bigger than you. Believe me, everyone's bigger than me now. Alright, first question. The first question is from the randomized man. He asked about this, which I'm pretty sure is what he's asking about. It's called a knife maker's vise. Now, I made this one. If you see, I took, I think this is 2.5, maybe 3-inch steel. And this is like 2-inch steel. Let me measure it here, make sure. I would make it bigger than this though. Yeah, this is 2.5, and this is 2-inch. But I would probably make it like 3.5, and 3. And then what I did is I took a hole saw, you know, what are those called? A bimetal hole dozer like this, and cut it into the metal, you know, like that, to make this lip right here. And then I just welded it together, made a plate, drilled some holes, welded some bolts on to screw it in. Then you can just slide that in like that. 2 bolts here, bam. Then just pieces of mild steel, put some leather on them to hold the knife. This twists and turns around, and then it locks the blade in. Now you can't just Google knife maker's vise, and there's a lot on there. I Googled it just to check to make sure I wasn't putting out bad information. I don't have any recommendations and know which ones are the best or which ones don't work or whatever, but yeah, knife maker's vise is what it's called. The next one is a tip from Jacob, and he says to use some mild steel or scrap steel. Now what I found, I used to give this advice a lot too. The problem with buying mild steel to practice with, it's almost the same price as knife steel. So if you just go to like Alpha, New Jersey Steel Bear and all that and buy yourself a piece, that way if you actually get it right, you have a knife to make. Now if you have scrap steel or you have a scrap yard near you and you can get scrap steel, definitely use whatever you can get to practice on. Because see, I did that when I started out. I bought a whole bunch of mild steel to practice compound grinds and all that. Then I realized there's only a couple dollars difference between mild steel you buy at the stores and knife steel. The only difference is, like, if you go to Home Depot, you don't have to pay for shipping. So it's all relative to how much you buy, really, I guess. So, but yeah, anything you can practice on or find to practice on to get those grinds perfect, I agree. You know, do it so you don't mess up the good steel. But if it's only a couple dollars, like if you got a knife shop or someone that sells $10.95 or any kind of steel that's you can harden near you, it might be better to go that route. So it's kind of an individual thing. But yeah, if you can find scrap, do it. And I appreciate him saying, what did he say? After watching today's how-to video, a little ego stroke there, so I appreciate that. So Nick asked about scout carry, and I didn't even know what scout carry was, so I had to go look it up. Now, with a tack lock, I think scout carry means, you know, you wear it on the back, sideways like that. That's scout carry. So you can use a tack lock like that to scout carry. But if you don't have a tack lock, what I've seen people do is take these and put them together and then wrap it around like that. But I think you need 2 of them to get a good scout's carry, because that's not making it all the way. I guess it depends on the sheath size. I've never done it. As you can see, I usually do danglers like this, so the knife is dangling. So that's how I always carried my fixed blades. Now that I make folders, they got a pocket clip on them, so I don't have to worry about it. So Benson asked, do I plan on doing any more folder videos? Great opportunity to show the folders I got up on my website. Boom! Boom! And boom! Anyway, I do plan on, I don't really plan on doing, I don't really plan my videos out, but I do have a new design coming, and these are the last of this design. I bought enough for 17 folders, and I think I completed maybe 8 of them, so less than half. And yeah, I'm just starting to get to the point where I understand how to make folders. But when the new handles come in, I plan on doing a video of making your first folder, and it probably won't even involve any knife making, just a few tips of what to look out for and what to do, and a lot of the mistakes I made that didn't even have to do with actually making the knives, the stuff you need to learn before you start making your folders. But yeah, that'll be when the new stuff comes. Knowing me, I'll definitely do a lot more videos on folders. If you go to my knife vlogs, most of those are just me making mistakes with folders and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, Shepherd's Forge. What's up, Heath? Ask about buffing wheels. Do I use different buffing wheels for different, woods and stuff like that? I should. And I've got about 10 different buffing wheels that I bought to do that, but I'm too lazy and I always forget, so I use the same buffing wheel. But what I do, this isn't the belt I use, but I'll take an old belt. I learned this from Black Dragon Forge. You turn the buffing wheel on and you just hit it on the belt, and then you move the belt as you go, and it takes all the polishing compound or anything that's on the buffing wheel off. And it should work. Now with wood, I don't know. If I was to buff out wood, I probably would put a new buffing wheel on it and keep that just for wood. Other than wood, I use the same buffing wheel for everything, but it's probably not a good idea. So John asked, where do I get my Kydex? He didn't see it down in the links. Now Amazon does sell Kydex, and I've bought their Kydex, but I really didn't like it. It just didn't have the right, it just didn't seem right. I don't know, I can't explain it. The color was a little off, it was a little too shiny, and it just didn't seem right. So I go to Knife Kits and get all my stuff for Kydex from them. So Knife Kits is the place to go. Yeah, just type in Knife Kits and boom, go to the Kydex, or I think it's go to the holster, and you'll see all different kinds of Kydex, any kind of different, stuff you use for holsters, holster making materials, all your Corey bolts, all that stuff. They even got presses there. Yeah, Knife Kits is great for all that stuff. Nate asked, what was the compound I used on the buffing wheel when I do my Hamones? It's called Flints. Flints polish. I think it's good for plastics and all kind of stuff. But I got it in my Amazon links down below. The Flint stuff is down there. Go check it out. It works great for polishing. I think it's good for plastic. And it says protection, anti-corrosion. Alright, yeah. Flints, that's what it is. That's what I use to polish everything when I'm doing Hamones and all that. Or doing mirror finishes, any of that stuff. Now here's a tip from Jim that I really have to use because I got that new sharpening jig from Reader. He says, what I'm doing wrong is I'm angling it, I'm pivoting it, and I need to pull it straight across. I went back and forth with Jim, and if you watch the Reader video, he pulls it straight too, but he's got like a cleaver blade that's got a straight edge, so I thought you had to pivot it to the edge. So next time I use that sharpening jig, I'm gonna have to try pulling it just straight across and see how that works. Thanks for the tip, because that's one, that's a new tool I'm not used to using, so I'll have to try it out. RMOR Knives, good lord, I said it 4 times, probably have to cut it all out. Said no file guide. I got a file guide right here, but I don't know if you're referencing I grind without a file guide or do my bevels without a file guide. I've had this, and it's one of those tools, like a lot of tools I have, I barely ever use it, but when I need it, I'm so glad I have it. They do come in handy, but yeah, I don't use it for bevels or anything like that. I'm one of those freehand enthusiast guys. I've made bevel jigs and all that, and I'm not against them. I just think I'm against them. I'm against bevel jigs when it comes to learning how to do bevels. Because I see a lot of guys get dependent on bevel jigs and they never learn how to grind bevels. But that's a different story. Now if you're making like 10 different knives with the same bevels, bevel jigs, man, they come in handy real good. So, alright, so that's about it. That's the last question. Make sure to leave some more. let me know. I'll try to answer them all. And I hope you appreciate my little rant. It's not too much. Let me know. Do you like it when I kind of get one-on-one with you guys, or am I just blowing steam out my ass? Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave me some more questions, leave me some comments, tips, any of that good stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff I need to learn too. So all these comments really help me. I'll make sure to leave my website up in the cards. It's the first down in the description. Amazon links are down there too. Let's see, I'll leave the first Q&A right here, and my website's right there. Hope you all having a great day, and as always, take it easy.